bad, man.
What's up, YouTube? It's Tactical. We are back with another video. I'm Jason, and today we are going to be talking about the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 10mm. This is the 4.6-inch barrel edition. And basically, I've been having some problems with this gun. So, last video...
See? And that's actually what I saw happening. So, some people were having issues with this thing, with the mag flying out. I wanted to test it. So, as you guys can see, that happened. Mag came out. Did it again.
So I ran some bare loads through it, and they were Underwood 200 and 220 grain. And I also ran some SIG 180 grain jacketed hollow points. I currently have probably about maybe like 250, 300 rounds through this gun. This gun runs the weaker 40 ammo just fine, but when it came to the bare ammo, it had some issues. I got this particular gun on Black Friday in 2022, so it was fairly new at the time, and the issues that I had weren't commonly known. So for starters, let me talk about the ammo that I'll be using in this video. This right here is some 10mm Blazer, CCI Blazer, 180 grain, coming out at 1200 feet per second. This is rated at 575 foot-pounds at the muzzle, so it is lower than full power 10 mil. I have used that, and like I said, lower ammo. That works fine. So I've done two things to try to combat my issues with this gun. Number one is I upgraded the stock recoil spring, which is a 17-pound recoil spring from Smith & Wesson, up to this 24-pound recoil spring from Galloway Precision. I did look at some of the footage from the previous video. Like I said, I put it up above, and the slide was kind of tracking violently and not consistently, so hopefully this helps that. So along with this, I do want to see if this CCI Blazer does still run fine in my gun, because this stuff ran fine with this recoil spring. So I'm curious to see if once you upgrade to this, it'll still reliably run this weaker FBI load, whatever. So like I said, everything I've thrown at this gun that's under full power 10mm, it's ran fine. So anything between 40 plus P rated range all the way up to right under 10mm full power 10mm run fine. So the CCI Blazer is 180 grains, it's 1200 feet per second, so that puts it at 575 foot-pounds of energy. At least that's what it's rated at. So it's under 600 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle, and I've run this fine and with this recoil spring, the stock one, and it's run flawlessly. So like I said, this is the upgraded 24-pound recoil spring from Galloway Precision. I got the black one and it's captured. So the second upgrade I did was this Springer Precision magazine spring, and I initially had issues with this, just putting it in. It went fine. The problem was I followed the exact same orientation of how the coils are facing in the original mag spring. When I put this in, it only fit 14 rounds, so I had to take my quick loader, jam the top round down, and jam the 15th round in, and it wouldn't want to seat unless you like really slapped it in the gun. I was like, this can't be right. So what I did was I took this and I just flipped it around the other way, and it went in fine. So I saw a few people on Reddit were having the issue too, because I started looking through some forums. And yeah, if you guys are having the issue with these upgraded power mag springs from Springer Precision, it probably just needs to be reversed in the magazine from this way to this way, and that'll probably fix your issue. But basically what I did was I noticed some people were also saying that the magazines were having issues keeping up with the slide, so the feeding, that might be why the feeding was bad. So I only put one in so far. This one has the upgraded mag spring, and you can feel the difference. I don't know if you can see how much easier this one goes down than this one, but this is definitely stronger. So I'm going to try both of these out of the range and see, you know, if the mag springs do make a difference, or if the recoil spring is enough to just stop whatever the hell this gun's deciding it wants to do. So along with the CCI Blazer in this video, we're going to be using Underwood 220 grain loads again. These are the 704 foot-pound, 1200 feet per second loads. I would have liked to grab some 200s as well, but they were out of stock when I bought these. And you know, the video's coming up now, so I didn't have time to order 200 grains. But I also did get some 140 grain extreme penetrators. These are moving at 1500 feet per second, and they're clocking 700 foot-pounds of energy. So these rounds are definitely packing a lot of power. So either way, if there's going to be a malfunction, one of these rounds will cause it. And real quick, I don't know if you guys keep the merch, Rest is Warriors. I want to shout them out. These are my boys, and they do have merch. I'll drop the website down in the description, and I'll drop a picture of their Instagram. Website is Restless Warriors, and their Instagram is at Restless Warriors as well, so you'll be able to find them. They have merch, and they also do classes. So if you live in Florida, we do live in South Florida now. So if you do want to come do a class with them, I have to be in South Florida, but they do offer concealed carry classes down here. They do offer handgun training classes, rifle training classes, and they're very knowledgeable. So if you guys, need somebody to train with, or somebody that you just want to have you teach you some stuff, hit my boys up. So to piggyback off of what I was talking about with some of the issues, so if you see right here, that round is pretty wide. It is a hard cast 220 grain. Some people were referencing that as a design flaw with Smith & Wesson and with the mag catch. So if you look in the crevice here, you can see the bullet poking out. So some of these wider, like hard cast rounds, the higher grain stuff, especially with the excessive recoil that these have due to their increased pressures, they're saying that this is pre-engaging the mag release, and that recoil has helped drawing the mag loose. So I'm gonna see if that is still an issue here. But this is something I saw on quite a few Reddit forums and other YouTube channels actually. So I'll drop a few things in the description referencing what I found on this particular issue here. But you can tell with something like this, is 180 grain, there's a lot less of that bullet showing there versus here. I don't know how well the camera's picking that up, but there is a difference. So that's been something I recently came upon like a few weeks ago with the bullets that have like a wider cross-sectional density or whatever. They're saying that those are what's causing the mag to eject by itself. On top of that, what I see is people send this out to Smith & Wesson and they'll come in here and polish the feed ramp. I've seen that, and they also do apparently change the recoil spring. I haven't bothered hitting up Smith & Wesson about it because from seeing all the stuff online, everyone's saying that Smith & Wesson just says, oh, the gun is not made to shoot certain ammo. But this ammo is semi-spec, so it is, 10 millimeter. It's not like over pressured or above what it's supposed to be shooting. It's not plus P, it's just 10 millimeter, you know what I'm saying? So I bought this in hopes to be able to shoot that kind of stuff, because it is a 10 millimeter. Obviously I didn't plan on shooting FBI weak loads out of this much, so I'm hoping this fixes it. But yeah, so I see Smith & Wesson, when people send it out, they'll polish the feed ramp, and sometimes they'll also change the recoil spring, because they said when they get it back, the recoil spring has orange on it, and that's not what they sent it out with. So people said that when they've sent it out, they've come back with no issues, and some people still had issues. So we'll see if my upgrades do fix that. And lastly, the mag spring and recoil spring have been what people talk about a lot too. They said the mags can't keep up with the slide cycling. A 17-pound recoil spring is too weak for the higher loads, and the slide is just cycling too violently. So hopefully those two issues fix this. As far as what I've seen, I haven't really seen anybody upgrade these parts and do a follow-up review. I know there have been a few, but I haven't looked into it. But most people I see just kind of talk about it online and don't follow up. So hoping I can shed some light on this, and hopefully this fixes it, because I really love this gun, man. It feels really amazing. If you've ever picked one of these up, this gun is like really ergonomic, and I hate the fact that it has not been working for me. So I've decided, even if this doesn't work, I'm probably gonna grab just the Glock 40 MOS with the long slide, or maybe even a Glock 20, but I'll probably stick with the Glock 40. That is probably gonna be my next gun. This was really attractive to me because I like how it was already, optics ready. I liked how it had the height sights, and I like that, of course, it has a rail. The trigger is a little gritty, but they do make, cheap trigger kits. I was getting this in hopes to get a threaded barrel so I could comp it. Nobody's made a threaded barrel for this yet, but I'll be doing a full review on this gun after this video. But without further ado, let's get to the range and let's see if, the issues are fixed. So I was actually digging around through my 10 millimeter ammo box, and I found this too, which is some PMC bronze. So this stuff is 200 grains. It's 1050 feet per second, and it comes in at 490 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle. So this is really weak stuff, like really, really weak. Doing the weak shit first, so. But this is the weak ammo, so.
Didn't lock back. That shit's got some fun.
Yeah. The ejection pattern was consistent.
Huh?
The ejection pattern, it was consistent.
All right, we're running 10 mil. So we're gonna. All right. Lock back. Really good.
So let me know how you feel about the recoil, but these are weaker than like full power 10 mil. This is like a little bit weaker than regular 10 mil. So
I like it.
yeah, right? Failure to feed. All right, let me get the malfunction. Okay.
Look at that, man. No good.
Like I said, I don't care about it performing. This ammo is the weaker stuff. So I'm to like shoot this good. So I don't give a fuck about this.
Oh, this is like the
this is the hard shit.
load.
Yeah, this is weak. So here, take the mag out real quick. Is it 220 or 200?
220.
Okay. This is a SIG
I'm only gonna
X10
shoot
by the
5
way.
rounds because I only have 1 box and I want Joshua to shoot some.
Okay, for sure.
So he can shoot 5 and then I'll shoot 5 and then you can shoot 5 out of this and see what you think.
Okay.
All right, so we got the Underwood ammo, 220 grains.
It's like lobbing them back this way.
Yeah. I love that shit, dude. Actually, I'll just aim for the number 7 right here in the throat.
All right. Pimp down. 11:30.
Woo!
Man down, pimp in distress.
That is toasty. Holy shit. Well, at least I did it right and I just stuck the muzzle out.
First time shooting barrel loads. So I'm gonna shoot 5 rounds with the weak mag and then 5 with the strong mag. These are XTPs. We're gonna end up going through the whole thing, but we're gonna see if the mags are making a difference here.
It's slightly different for him, just trying to get that in so it doesn't fail.
Alright. So it seems to run the extreme penetrator is fine. I'm not really aiming, I'm just function testing, but still, just seems like for the most part that fixed the issues, to be honest, because we were having way more issues from before.
Yeah, no, yeah, before we were having way more issues.
I think just slowing that slide down a bit is all it needed.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because like I said, the range ammo, it doesn't shoot well, but I can always just swap recoil springs if I want to.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, because before it shot the range ammo fine.
Right, but it didn't run
shoot the hot shot
at all.
It didn't
at all.
shoot the hot stuff.
All right, so I don't know. Here, finish this mag, and then I'll give Josh this one to finish. All right.
I'm definitely a little bit more accurate with yours than I am with mine.
I'm more accurate with the 220s. I wasn't really aiming with these, but the 220s I'm a lot more accurate with.
Well, I'm saying with your gun, I think I'm a tiny bit more accurate. I think what it has to do with, honestly, is that the front sight post is smaller. On this one, it's a little bit fatter. It's maybe a little bit of a difference when you're fine tuning. But because you're able to get the same group, but at a higher rate of fires. Is it jamming now?
Not with the hot shit, so.
We're gonna do some.
CCI Blazer, 575 foot-pounds, strong mag spring, Underwood, 220 grain with weak mag spring.
But I don't reload. My game. Reloading a revolver like a
mag spring. So Josh here, run the 220 grain.
Well, and the thing is, the first pull, like if you want to cock it, yeah, like that. But first pull, it's gonna be like
Right here.
So
it's failure to feed.
It's got to be the mag spring.
It's the mag spring for sure.
It's the mag. I mean, I think the recoil spring might have helped too.
Oh yeah.
But it's definitely the mag spring for sure. All right, well let's try to finish the whole thing. See if it lets it go through. Before you fix it, what did it do now? Did it again? So wait, was it like this?
Yeah, it dumped the mag out.
It dumped the mag out.
Yeah.
So far, all the issues we've had have been with the original mag spring. So I wonder if, because it didn't do it with the other mag. So it was like this. It was like this.
Like that.
So it came out again like this. So might be the mag spring's cause. All right, finish it.
Keep going.
That is a big load that goes into the
Yeah. Okay, so I ran pretty good with the strong mag. I'm gonna try the weak mag spring one more time.
Take your time.
Only 5. Let's see if it runs. say it's a success.
All right, so as you guys can see, we are back from the range. And honestly, I'm really not upset with how the gun performed. All the issues that we did have with this gun were with the weak mag spring, but it ran everything else fine when both upgrades were in the gun at the same time. If you guys are looking to get one of these or to fix yours, I would suggest not going with anything less than a 20-pound recoil spring. I see the highest one is 20, 22, and 24. I went with 24 because personally I care more about being able to run the heavier stuff. But even with that, as you guys saw with the weaker mag spring, that caused all the issues. So I am very confident in the fact that the mag spring along with the recoil spring are the culprits with this gun. And then on top of that, mine was actually polished from the factory, as you can see there. I know some people, when they first got them, were sending them out and Smith & Wesson was polishing them, sending them back. When it comes to this gun, I am very, very confident that the OEM mag springs, along with the OEM recoil spring, is the culprit for causing this gun to act up. And if you have one that doesn't have a polished feed ramp, that might also help with the feeding issues. I noticed that the stock mag springs sometimes have problems locking back the slide, so I'm sure that's why some of those rounds are like jumping up the way they are. And you know, but it ran fine with the stronger mag springs and the stronger recoil spring. We used 3 different people to test the gun and it ran fine every other time aside from the weak ammo. My friend Chris bought his X10 out. We tried it out. It was good. We shot that with bare loads. So I saw some issues with the SIGs in the past too, but that SIG was reliable as far as what we shot. We didn't shoot a whole lot through it, but we did shoot a decent amount. I trust this gun a lot more than I did last time. However, I am going to need to run more bare loads for this thing just to, you know, confirm that it's reliable with the 2 upgrades. So in the meantime, I'm gonna end up buying a Glock 40 Gen 4 MOS just to have as a reliable woods gun that I know will run out of the box. It's kind of unfortunate that these guns have had these issues that we saw though, because man, this is like one of the most ergonomic 10mm pistols I've picked up. Like it just fits in your hand nicely. They come with what, 3 or 4 different back strap options. So, you know, they have optics ready, height sights, front slide serrations, a rail. It's just so much, and they come with 15-round mags on top of that. So I mean, this gun is amazing. I got it on sale. You can find them for a good price now, but the problem is that you don't know if you're gonna get a good one or a bad one. So I got this for 50 bucks off. I'm not really upset because the mag springs costing me I think $10 a piece, and then the recoil spring was maybe like 35. So the money I saved getting this on Black Friday 2 years ago kind of just went back into that. And on top of that, it's even cheaper than what I got it for back then because they've been out for a little minute now. The whole purpose of this video was just mainly a functions test, so I wasn't really aiming that much. Like, yeah, obviously I don't want to shoot the ceiling or anything, but just roughly just trying to shoot it and put some rounds down range. I even tried to change grips, like weaker grip, limp wrist at times to see if it would jam, only with the stronger mag springs, and it didn't. So that let me know that the mags were an issue because I was gripping well with the OEM mag springs, but with the stronger mag springs, I was limp wristing it a little bit here and there, trying to see if I could force a malfunction, but it didn't. It ran perfectly fine with that. And lastly, a lot of people made some excuses for the gun, saying like, oh, maybe you hit the recoil spring last time and caused mag to pop out. So let me just show you. When my hand is locked on this gun, right, the way I have my thumb sits here, right, on top of my other thumb. So this thumb is not gonna hit it, and this thumb stays locked in. As I'm gripping the gun, if the gun's recoiling, it's going with my hands. So it's not like I'm coming down on the mag release here. My thumb sits in this little rest right here. So if it comes down, it's missing the mag release. So this mag release isn't even that easy to just engage, right? Like you can press it easily, but it's not super soft and like easily just pressed. Like you have to deliberately go to press that. So even if my thumb's going on top of it, it's not gonna get pressed. But my thumb is nowhere near that when I'm shooting, and neither is the meat of my hand. That's why I kind of laugh. People, you know, making a lot of excuses for the gun. You like Smith & Wesson, or you like your gun, you wanna, you know, feel good about your purchase. I understand it. I'm not here to be biased. I do like Smith & Wesson. I own now 4, looking at getting my 5th Smith & Wesson firearm, 2 rifles right now and 2 pistols. I have multiple brands of guns. I'm not a brand loyalist. So when I bring you videos, this is me spending my hard-earned money and I'm giving you an honest review, because it doesn't make me any difference whether you agree with it or not. I'm just giving you the data and what I do. I also have a car channel with my cousin, and it's the same way. I buy parts myself, we put them on my car, his car, we test them out, and I give you just the data of what happened, what caused it, what fixed it, right? So I love Smith & Wesson, and I love this gun. So just by me giving my honest opinion, I should tell you, like, regardless how much I love something, I'm still gonna be honest about it. I treat everything in my life the same way. I love you, but I'm still be honest. So that's how I feel about this gun. It's a great gun in theory. Just needs a little bit of love. You know, if you want it to run barrel loads reliably or full power 10mm reliably. And I can definitely confirm that the mag springs contributed to the issues, because even looking at some of the malfunctions, minor malfunctions, but it wouldn't even lock the slide back sometimes with the weaker mag spring. And in the last video, we also had issues with it not locking the slide back from time to time. Some people did get good models of this gun out the box, and they can run that stuff fine, no problem. And that's why, you know, it's cool to see videos, because we all share our experiences. So for every bad review, there's somebody who doesn't have a bad review. And I wouldn't really call this a bad review. It just fixed it, you know. Something is broken, you fix it. That's how I look at life. That's how I look at things. You just try to see what you can do to fix it, or you get rid of it if it's not worth it to you. But I really like this gun. I don't want to get rid of it. So yeah, I am going to do a full review on this gun coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. If you are curious, I'm gonna talk about like the holsters I use and everything I've done to it or bought for it. You know, we'll talk about my experiences with this gun, its failure points, because there are more failure points that I didn't address in this video, but that's not related to it shooting. That's, you know, other hardware on this gun that tends to go bad. But if you guys like this kind of content, like, subscribe, comment. I have other firearms, you know, let me know if you want to see me do something with this. Even the X10, I didn't show it that much in this video, but if you want to see a video with that one, or maybe with us comparing these two, or maybe even when I get the Glock 40 MOS, I can compare these two, or we can compare all 3 10mm that my friend and I have, being his SIG X10, this, and then the Glock 40 MOS when I have it. So let me know what you guys want to see. Other than that, yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for stopping by, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch you in the next video.